The Titanic, a name synonymous with luxury and tragedy, continues to captivate the imagination of millions. Let's delve into some fascinating and surprising truths about the Titanic, uncovering the stories whispered by the deep. The Titanic was a leviathan of its time, designed to carry over 3,500 souls. Yet on that fateful maiden voyage it set sail with only around 2,200 passengers and crew. Some speculate that a coal strike kept potential passengers ashore, while others believe the luxury came at a price many couldn't afford. The Titanic's lifeboats stand as a stark reminder of the disaster. The ship carried only 20 lifeboats, enough for about half of those on board, a decision made to preserve the ship's aesthetics. Tragically, many of the lifeboats that did launch were not filled to capacity, leaving precious spaces empty. The Titanic has become synonymous with the word unsinkable. Ironically, this label, born of technological optimism, became a tragic irony, forever overshadowing the ship's legacy. As the icy grip of the North Atlantic tightened around the Titanic, a different kind of courage emerged. The ship's band, facing their own mortality, chose to soothe the fears of their fellow passengers with music. All 8 musicians perished that night, their music echoing through the ship's final moments. The human tragedy of the Titanic is well documented, but the ship was also home to a menagerie of animals. Only 3 dogs, small enough to be carried onto lifeboats, survived the disaster, a poignant reminder of the indiscriminate nature of the tragedy. 14 years before the Titanic's maiden voyage, a novelist named Morgan Robertson penned a chillingly prophetic tale. His book, titled Futility, described an unsinkable ship named Titan, which met its demise after colliding with an iceberg on its maiden voyage. Among the passengers on the Titanic was John Jacob Astor IV, a man who epitomized the opulence of the Gilded Age. Tragically, even Astor's vast fortune couldn't purchase his survival. His pregnant wife, Madeline, survived, carrying with her the legacy of their unborn child. The sinking of the Titanic sent shockwaves across the world, prompting a wave of grief and outrage. The White Star Line pressed on with the construction of the Titanic's sister ship, the Britannic, which also met a watery grave. This time, however, lifeboats were plentiful, and evacuation procedures were rigorously enforced, resulting in a significantly lower loss of life. The Titanic's story is a tapestry woven from threads of innovation, hubris, and human drama. Even now, over a century after its sinking, the Titanic continues to fascinate and haunt us. The wreckage, resting on the ocean floor, stands as a silent monument to the lives lost and the lessons learned.